Global Cybersecurity Index is a powerful tool to measure how much importance does the nation gives to the concept of cybersecurity within its jurisdiction. It is computed by the specialized agency of United Nations called the International Telecom Union. The basic premises of Global Cybersecurity Index is that as we are living in the age of Industrial Revolution 4.0 and everything around us is getting digitized, are we giving enough attention to securing those digitized assets? So what I'm trying to say is that if you look around, we are talking about artificial intelligence, big data, machine learning, cloud computing, Internet 2.0, Internet 3.0. There's so many things that have become a part of our daily lives. But are we offering enough attention to securing those assets or securing our cyberspace? That's what's the basic concept behind the working or the computation of Global Cybersecurity Index. It tries to bring the worldwide attention towards the fact that as much as we value our financial assets, maybe our banking, our portfolio, our assets, we need to give adequate attention to how we manage in the cyberspace. That cyberspace may be of critical importance at the national level, say in terms of defense, military, in terms of satellite data. It can even be of critical importance even down at the individual level. Even in yours and mine daily life. Just talk about our smartphones, talk about our laptops. I'm making this video through my IT assets. I need some devices to secure my data, and that's what's the functioning of the Global Cybersecurity Index. So guys, we are going to save your time and we will be finishing this video quite soon. But in order for me to make this video as meaningful as for you, you have to participate with me. So I am asking you to please pause this video and write down in the comment section, what do you know about the legal frameworks of cybersecurity? So cybersecurity by definition basically means just protection given to our IT assets when we are working in our cyberspace. So now you write down 5 points in the comment section about Information Technology Act 2000 and what are those 5 provisions that can help an individual to secure his assets. Your comments will not only enlighten your knowledge but also will make many other viewers, thousands of and maybe millions of viewers, to get to know new provisions which they were completely unaware of. You may tell about the provisions of insurance, or you may tell about data thefts, privacy breaches, anything, any case law, but you please write down 5 points for your own benefit. So as I've mentioned that the companies like Apple, Amazon, Google, who have penetrated right inside our homes, they are what? They are just IT companies and they are running just upon the user data. Hardly a week passes by when the newspaper does not contain an article on the user data breach in these companies only. So what? That's why the concept of cybersecurity comes into force. As and when the IT sector is becoming a $1 trillion industry, the cyberspace is getting vulnerable to more and more threats. For instance, India has become one of the highest countries to receive the number of cyber threats. That's not what I am saying, that's what the consulting firm EY is saying in its Global Information Security Survey of 2018 to 19. We have recently been aware of many apps getting banned. We have also been made aware of the data breaches or the privacy leaks. What are those? Those are all cybersecurity threats. While banking and telecom sector are the most prioritized sector in terms of cybersecurity matters, but the terms of healthcare and retail are still vulnerable to a lot more critical section. Furthermore, as we can see that the COVID-19 vaccine is there are a lot of news articles that hackers are trying to hack the formula of about the vaccine at even reputed hospitals or institutions across the globe. So, coming back to the topic of the Global Cybersecurity Index, what we need to know about is that it is released by the firm, the international body called International Telecom Union, and it is a part of its Global Cybersecurity Agenda 2007. So it tries to measure the amount of importance given by a particular country to its cybersecurity on 5 parameters. First of all, it talks about the legal parameter. What legal and regulatory laws does that country has? Then it talks about the technical measures. Like for instance, the legal matters, we have the Information Technology Act 2000. In terms of regulatory or policy matters, we have the National Cybersecurity Policy. In terms of technical matters, it talks about what are the different institutions or bodies set up within a nation to look after the technical matters. Like for example, there is Computer Emergency Response Team of India. The third pillar that it talks about is organizational measures. What are the matters that are being undertaken by an organization as a whole? Then it talks about the capacity building measures. That is skill development. That is strengthening the individual right at the grassroots level. And then it talks about the cooperation measures, which talks about the cooperation at the international level. Do you have any idea about the international level cooperations that are being going on? I give you 4 major international cooperations in the fields of cyber security. First of all, the International Telecom Union. That's what we have been talking about throughout since this video. The International Telecom Union is a specialized agency of the United Nations, and it is playing a major role in standardizing and developing the telecommunications and the cybersecurity issues at the worldwide level. The next comes the Internet Governance Forum. It is again an international body comprising of government as well as NGOs, private players, who talks about the upcoming cybersecurity threats and the measures needed to overcome them. The third comes the ICANN, Internet Corporation for Assigned Names and Numbers. If you have ever been into the IT sector or if you have been developing a website, you must have heard about the domain name assignment which is given by the corporation ICANN. It looks after the domain name allocations, about the domain name deallocations as well. And the fourth and the most talked about, the Budapest Convention on cyber security. For your information, India is not a signatory to this convention. Next, we talks about what are the recent initiatives that have been taken in the line of cyber security. First of all, it is the Cyber Surakshit Bharat Abhiyan. It has a series of awareness generation programs as well as education disseminating programs so as to enlighten the individuals down at the grassroots level to be aware of the cyber threats, the upcoming cyber threats, and how to handle them. It talks about the second one is the Cyber Surakshit Kendra. The Cyber Surakshit Kendras, they act as the unit level coordinators or the activists who spread mass education and connect with the industry at large. See, the Cyber Surakshit Kendras aren't those just like the one-stop centers? Exactly. The one-stop centers may be an initiative of the Electronics Ministry as well as the Women and Child Development Ministry. Cyber Surakshit Kendra They can be again an initiative of the Electronics Ministry just for the purpose of developing a sense of protecting the cyber security and safeguarding the national assets. Again, when we talk about the legal frameworks present in India, as we discussed, those are the National Cyber Policy of 2013, as well as there is the Information Technology Act. Then, the third point has been the legal initiatives. The fourth point is National Cyber Security Coordination Center. National Cyber Security Coordination Center. It has the role of scanning the internet traffic and the communication metadata coming inside the country to detect real-time cyber threats. This is National Cyber Security Coordination Center. The next comes the recently launched initiative of Ministry of Home Affairs about the Indian Cyber Crime Coordination Center. They have also established a new website which you can refer to, and you can also look there for any upcoming updates as well as knowledge programs. The last thing that I would like to discuss with you is the Information Security Education Awareness Project. The Information Security Education Awareness Project is a massive project to enlighten around 1 billion people about the growing threats of cybersecurity. See, recently we have been learning about the cyber threats known as WannaCry, known as Petya. These were still the famous ones, and they have been also been asked in different exams. But do you know about what is Mirai botnet? Let me know in the comment section how many of you know that. I bet quite a few of you, only the genius ones, will have information what is the Mirai botnet. Just let me know in the comment section. So guys, in this video we had a holistic analysis of the concept of cybersecurity. Although from the title as well as the thumbnail you may have thought that this video will be only about the global cybersecurity index, but that's not how knowledge media or us or any person on knowledge media work. When we take a concept like cybersecurity, we go into deep detail of cybersecurity. So in this video of cybersecurity, we have discussed the meaning of cybersecurity, the concept of Global Cybersecurity Index. Then we discussed the international initiatives, wherein 4 international initiatives we have discussed. First, we talk about the International Telecom Union. Second, we talk about the Internet Government Forum. Then we talked about ICANN, and then the Budapest Convention. Then we talk about the different initiatives present in India, and in India we talked about the Cyber Surakshit Bharat Abhiyan. We talked about Cyber Security Kendra. We talked about the National Cyber Security Coordination Center. We talked about Indian Cybercrime Coordination Center, as well as we talked about Information Security Exchange programs, and then we talked about the recent cybercrime softwares like WannaCry, Petya. You are going to tell me in the comments box what is Mirai botnet. And then we also talked about the IT Act. The 5 provisions, the most 5 provisions, you are going to tell me in the comment box right now, as well as we talked about the National Cyber Security Policy. Guys, here we complete our video. If you liked it even a slightest bit, I request you to please subscribe this channel, share this video. You have to like this video, and you please comment what I am saying. Alright guys, see you soon in the next video.